Recorded Books presents The Extinction, Annihilation Book 3 by Joshua T. Calvert, narrated by Michael Braun. A quote from Sun Tzu, 544 to 496 BC. Confront them with their destruction, and they will survive. Throw them into a deadly situation, and they will live. Where people are in danger, they are in a position to strive for victory. Part 1. The Plan. Chapter 1. Nikos. Nikos stretched with his eyes closed, enjoying the feeling of comfort that enveloped him for a few moments like a long-forgotten garment from a better time. It lasted so briefly that it faded as quickly as it had come over him. It was supplanted by the knowledge of where he was and why he was there. The offensive on Planet X had ended in disaster. Many had died, Undwallers as well as Germans, French, and Spanish. No, he admonished himself. People have died. People from different places in the Milky Way, and we are to blame. When he opened his eyes, he looked directly into the elfin face of Ufa. Her blonde hair was freshly washed and braided into a pigtail, and her narrow face, with its fine nose and protruding plump lower lip, was twisted into a smile. "Good morning, big guy," she said in an unusually soft voice, which made him wonder if maybe something was wrong. Good morning," he replied, clearing his throat, when his voice didn't sound as free and clear as he hoped. "Is it even morning?" "I don't know. Anyway, the light just came on," she replied, pointing upwards. Nikos looked up at the ceiling and frowned. It shone with a warm light that was like that of a particularly beautiful sunrise. When he'd fallen asleep, it had still had a creamy glow. Glances to his right and left showed him that the others were still asleep on their couches. Lying down was the phrase that first came to his mind, but that didn't do justice to the cocoon-like structures in which Jacek, Hardy, Knut, Pill, Zünke, Karin, and Hekolpa slept. The white apparatuses grew out of the floor, as if from one cast, and settled around the sleeping bodies, of which only the faces were uncovered. "Did you wake me?" he asked, as their eyes met again, and his brain refused to offer him a wittier question. "Nope. I was staring at you like a stalker." "Ah." Ufa's pretty mouth twisted into a mischievous smile that warmed his heart. It made her seem downright romantic and gentle. "Don't worry. I haven't looked up your skirt, even though I think it would be appropriate. They might be the last balls I get to see." "And here I thought there was something wrong with you," he replied, smiling in amusement. "I'm a commando. Of course there's something wrong with me." The sniper snorted, holding out a hand to him. When he grabbed it, she pulled him up with surprising strength. The membrane covering his body like a second skin dissolved, and he sat sideways on his cocoon. The structure immediately changed shape, so that he was suddenly sitting in an armchair. "Any idea what we should do now?" asked Nikos, indicating a nod toward the milky door that punctuated the wall of the oval quarantine room like an egg, looking strangely spherical, as if its shape sprang from a visual disorder. "We should fuck, I think. But then Yessie would be pissed." She sighed. "Fucking?" asked Nikos lamely. "Yep. One last time to unwrap the presents I hid under all the ugly stuff and dirt for my last Christmas." "Presents? Dirt? Christmas? What are you talking about?" Ufa rolled her eyes and looked down at her white one-piece made of strange material that wrapped around her like a second skin. "Fuck it,"
Sample complete. Ready to continue?